gray.
Man, this is what it feels like to sit like you do every podcast, like laid back. I feel like could get taken advantage of right now.
Yeah, I could push you over and you'll literally break in half. So,
yeah. Well,
don't be getting too sassy over there.
Let's get into it.
All right, let's do this.
Intro.
Okay, well, I'm getting yelled at right now, so we're going to stop the intro. Okay. Welcome back. Okay, now we're going to pick back up where I was at.
You can cut that in.
Yeah, we're going to cut that in. He's that good.
And he Z'd out. He just hit the zero button.
Here we go. Episode number 17. How did we make it here?
I don't know.
But we did. But for real, thank you guys for watching, supporting us. Subscribe to the YouTube. Follow the Instagram page. Like everything that we put out there because, you know, we're just that cool.
Or else.
We'll come find you.
I'll find you.
No, man, to think that we made it to 17 is pretty cool. When a year ago, this was just an idea, and man, the support that you guys give us, it's been awesome. It's great. And
it's cool to be able to build a community. Like, that's not just...
I never thought I'd be a podcaster.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
ever.
People, like, I love having the conversations with people about this podcast.
Yeah.
You know, of course, they're like, oh, you know, you guys are great. You know, thank you for teaching. Thank you for sharing, being vulnerable. And then, but the podcast, though, they're like, you guys are kind of funny.
Yeah.
And,
well, it's cool because we could go with, you know, again, I'm about to get into this, you know, shout out to ROKA for sponsoring the Blk Blu podcast. And it is, it's podcast. See, but you're about to screw me up. Sorry, ROKA, for the interruption, but thank you. You are our choice of Premier Eyewear.
Performance Eyewear. Premier. Oh, I love it.
Bam.
Yeah.
So, but what were you saying before you interrupted me?
Nothing.
Dude, you can't throw me off track, dude. I'm like a child. I have to take medicine to stay focused. You know, like, I don't even know where I was going with that, but
we're just doing the intro.
All right, intro's over.
So now we got to transition.
Now what do we transition into?
To get into it, we got to get into it. That's what we do.
Since we're being funny and everything is funny right now, we're going to switch making fun of each other, and we're going to make fun of my wife.
Oh.
So the other day, I wake up. I hear Cole in the kitchen messing with some things, cabinet slamming, and I'm like, what's going on in there? So I hear in there fussing. She's aggravated. So I go in there to check on her. I'm like, what's going on? It's 7:30. How are you so frustrated at 7:30?
In the morning?
In the morning. I'm just trying to make coffee. Well, make coffee then. I can't. Why? I have no filters. And I used toilet paper thinking that would work, but it didn't. Picture to proof.
Oh my gosh. God bless her.
No, that is not that is toilet paper. That was attempted to be used as a coffee filter. Might have to zen me up, dude, just to get through that.
Let's do it, dude.
No, dude, that was a joke.
Let's go.
Oh, man. What?
Open up.
Dude, no.
Open up.
Starship, we're not allowing this childish behavior.
I just got
You didn't even make it last time.
Oh, open up, dude. There we go.
You didn't even make it. Has to go. No, we're going to set rules. It can't land on the lip. It's got to go in the mouth.
Oh, I was going for the back of his.
Where'd it go?
Dude, it just, man, that was almost a line drive.
That was it, dude.
You put it in? 5 minutes, dude.
I'm just going to do it, dude.
Let's go, dude.
I'm just going to do
Let's go.
Take me back to my dipping days. It is what it is.
He just powered up.
Anyways,
But
brought
that-
to you by ROKA.
That reminds
Capital ROKA, ROKA. So they can adjust the volume on their car and their headset.
That's right. You know, this, God bless Nicole.
This tastes horrible.
It's awesome.
I don't even like coffee.
But it reminds me of
So bad.
when I was in Ranger School. You used to be able to dip in Ranger School, but they stopped that. And I don't know when that stopped, but my class, July of 2004, you couldn't have tobacco. So, and I never dipped, but man, I was taking the toilet paper from the MRE and then the coffee packets, the instant coffee, and I would like make little dip. It reminds me of toilet paper and
Was
coffee.
that the Ranger dip?
Yeah, and that's what I would use. And I'd have like top shelf, bottom shelf before they were even a thing.
Dude, I was so stupid in basic training
That just reminded me of that.
that I used to open up. I would hide the MRE coffee packets, thinking that it contained caffeine, which I don't think it did. Did it contain caffeine? Maybe I wasn't stupid.
You're not. It does.
Well, can we look it up?
There's caffeine in coffee.
No, there's non-caffeinated coffee though.
There's decaf, but even decaffeinated coffee has a little bit of caffeine in it. Unless they don't make MREs with decaf.
They don't?
No.
Oh, maybe I wasn't.
No,
stupid.
there's caffeine in them.
Maybe just stupid in my older age. But I used to chug those things and then swoosh water in my mouth.
No, there's caffeine in it. Especially when you're.
This flavor is awful, dude.
Is it really?
Yes.
Drink you a little bit of Curtimax with it.
Dude, this is.
Curtimax.
You've dipped these too? Put these little weak little sissy pillow things in your mouth?
He does the 9s now. He does the ones that you spit out right away. The
My
Velo,
spearmint dude was putting up. Yeah.
Wintergreen.
This is disgusting. I gotta take this out. I'm sorry for wasting.
Don't do it yet. Do your 5 minutes, man.
You didn't make it. This is solely.
But I made it the other day, and you didn't do but a minute.
Well, you didn't make a Zen, so
I did make it in.
this is me.
It
This
just
is
wasn't a Zen.
literally a pity pillow is what I call this. I felt bad for like the 0. It's like 0 for 10. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just do it.
Throw that bad boy up top, man.
All right, dude.
Throw it up top
I
shelf.
can't.
Don't do it. Put it up
Okay,
top, man.
dude.
Move it around. Put it up top.
I don't want to touch it. It's disgusting.
I'll do it for you.
No, bro. This is like tune on dog turd. I gotta do this. If I had a Copenhagen long cut wintergreen, son, I'd put that thing out, put them leaves up in there, go to work. Got this pillow in my mouth.
You'd throw up within like 30 seconds if you did that.
No, it's disgusting.
It would be all in your teeth. Yeah.
This is awful.
So that roll, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you didn't make any comments on this, but hopefully you guys out in viewer land notice that I'm trying to grow a beard. I'm trying to grow the beard out. You notice that? Say something.
Oh, I saw it.
Say something stupid, dude.
You're not moving very fast right now.
No, I just didn't want to shave my face, man.
It looks
I
good.
did edge it up, but I was like, dude,
Looks.
I'm just fighting to be here right now. I'm all
Thanks.
leaned back like a bum in my chair. 10 days out from surgery, but I'm here for y'all,
Thanks for fighting, dude.
for our Black and Blue podcast
Fans,
supporters, followers,
I'm just here to make fun of Kyle today.
tribe.
Humpty.
Thanks for being a part of the tribe.
Oh, what is that?
I don't know.
All right. Let's get on a subject.
Well, I had surgery.
That you did.
Yeah.
What,
On my
a
back.
week ago?
10 days.
Is it really
10
been
days,
10 days
yeah.
already?
The 22nd.
Man.
10 days out.
Flown by for me. I know it's been a long 10 days for you.
Yeah, man, it's been like a freaking like Groundhog's Day. Every day, like the first week, it was like every couple hours, just like want to wake back up, and then out moving around a bit. Got to stay moving and stuff, but the only these past 2 days have I been able to like be a little bit more active, I guess. But like yesterday, I was a little too active, and I woke up this morning because the surgeon said this too. He's like, you're going to deal with like muscle spasms, just because, you know, just kind of the trauma from the incision and all that, the surgery itself, but then just the muscles, all the little muscles just not being active. Like they're going to be really easily like spasmed or strained. So I woke up, my neck was kind of strained and my back was sore just because I was moving around a bit, like moving stuff around in the garage.
Well, we're going to
Like
get into this
bit.
in the bonus, but like
Can you fix your hair?
5 days? Well, no, dude.
There you go.
Something wrong with my hair?
No, it's good. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. 5 days. You doing some West Virginia math? What is going on?
How's that look?
Oh, you look real edgy over there.
No, like 5 days after surgery, this dude gets into a car accident.
Oh, that's right.
We can talk about that in the
I
bonus.
wasn't driving, but
Is my 5 minutes up yet? Yep.
you still got that thing in? Good job, dude. Was that 5 minutes? That's
5
close.
minutes.
Yeah. I love how Starship he's like a mute now. He's like, I can't say nothing.
Yeah, why can't you say anything? Speak.
Use your words, man.
Yeah. He's like Steven,
He's
in
like Steven
the
in
shoot
the
house. Just kidding, Stefan.
I'm like, use your words, Steven.
Yeah, but no, it was I know it's been a long 10 days.
Yeah,
for sure. Surgery sucks. But you're doing good.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I like today. We wouldn't have been able to do what we did today if it wasn't for you, like taking lead.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Moving stuff around, weed eating, moving stuff around.
I went back to my old
on the range.
Old first job I ever had. Weed eating, landscaping.
Yeah,
I had a little fun with it actually. I haven't weed eaten in a long time. I paid this little fellow to come out and weed eat my house. He mows my
Why do you
grass.
not like weed eating?
Man, I just don't like cutting grass. I just don't like cutting grass. I did it from 13 to 20, and I just don't like cutting grass. I was 18, stepped on a hornet's nest, got stung like 40 sometimes. I'm like,
How are you not dead?
You can get stung a lot by hornets.
Hmm.
Yeah. I was in the hospital for 2 days.
Really?
Raleigh General. Yeah. Dude, it stung me all the way to my ankles, all the way up to the top of my head. Like I stepped in the hole, and my foot got stuck. So they got me for a second. If I shave my legs, which you don't want to see that, there are little scars.
That looks a little less inflamed. Your Achilles?
Oh yeah, I've been taking it.
Yeah.
It's a little. I mean that little hump right there.
I'm sure those Vans are really supportive for a blown out Achilles.
Nah, dude, I put them on in the house. Yeah.
Just for the show.
Just for guys. I don't wear Vans.
I'll show no go.
I am so freaking old. I have those straight up Dr. something
orthotics.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
that's what these are, man. Air Max D90s or whatever.
Like dude, you're literally a.
Go ahead.
What is that? What did you give me? Poison?
Yeah.
Kyle is literally
just
a few months away
from
from Velcro shoes.
Who, me?
Oh yeah, dude, 100%. But I promise you that if you wear Velcro shoes doing a CQB video, every Walmart in the nation will be sold out. I promise. Bringing them back. Can we bring them back? Can I wear Velcro shoes? Starship Commander next podcast. Mark my words. I will have Velcro shoes.
Dude.
Actually, since I got back into doing landscaping, I want a pair of New Balance.
As of today?
Yeah, I'm back.
You just like literally for an hour today?
Yeah, no, I'm fully retired. I'm not doing that again. I'm gonna go downtown and find me. I'm gonna be polite. Since this is
No, man, just go to Office Depot.
yeah, exactly, and find me a worker. And for you people that
get in the back.
yeah, and it could be of any race. So people, I can say that because
I do want to talk about
15% Native American.
I want to talk about,
and he's Cuban, and you're Puerto Rican, right? Yeah, so
I'm a quarter Cuban, B.
we're just gonna pull up and pick up some white people. How about that?
I do want to talk
Just
about how
kidding, they're
faithful
lazy.
we are, how faithful we are to our sponsors that aren't sponsoring us, like Uncrustables and Zen
Celsius.
at Celsius.
Yeah, what is going on? What do we got to do?
No, but hold on. I want to talk about.
Do I have to put an Uncrustable in my butt cheeks?
No,
Have Kyle take a bite to
this
get
is what
a
we're gonna
sponsorship?
do. Like post,
It's ridiculous.
you saw the last episode where he had the dump pouch Uncrustable that he shared with me.
Yeah,
which
dude.
was sharing is caring.
Yeah,
But
saved
the
each
first
other.
the first Uncrustable, or excuse me, the first meal I was given, the choice, I went straight Uncrustable at the hospital. 30 minutes post operation.
There it is, dude.
So happy and so out of it.
Look at that man hooked up to machines and all. The first thing that he requested.
Yeah, I look pretty jacked up there.
Well, here's the question. Everybody's going to want to know.
Mm.
What flavor was it?
It was great. Grape jelly.
Nice.
It was delicious, man. Play that video though. You can see the look on my face of how
You can tell you are
doped up I am, but also
30 minutes post surgery.
Yeah.
In that video.
how grateful I was for this little piece of heaven, little slice of heaven there. There you go. Make sure you zoom in on that. There's my mouth. I said at Uncrustable.
Guys, so
Dude, that wasn't even staged. They were like, you could have this, and I was like, Uncrustable, please.
dude, 100%. 10 out of 10.
So if y'all aren't sponsoring us, man, after this, like, we're gonna have to fight.
Yeah, like straight up Uncrustable. No, all jokes aside, either sponsor us or we're coming to
Go out of business.
We're coming to your corporate office. That's
Yeah, we're gonna boycott it.
yeah.
Yeah,
you
man,
know what?
We're
'Cause
making
if
waves
not-
with it, dude, because people are messaging me and they're like, and I'm sure they're messaging you, and they're like, hey man, I'm trying this Uncrustable thing y'all are talking about, and it's changing my life.
And if you don't sponsor us, then it's got to be maybe maybe Uncrustables don't like disabled veterans. I don't know.
Oh, we're gonna go to
I don't know. Like maybe I should.
we're gonna go to the competitors, man. You keep talking about it, not being about it.
Yeah, crust off.
We're going crust offs
Yeah, I mean,
at crust off.
send it Walmart. Let's go. Actually, did not know that this even existed. I'm pretty
Dude,
excited.
pull up that side by side.
Look at that
of the
square body,
Uncrustable
dude.
in
I like that square body.
No, the other one that has that one. Yeah. You know, I think I might like the no crust sandwiches better. The great value. Smuckers.
I don't
Quit
know,
being a
man.
bunch of
Smucker's got some great. Yeah, he got some great jam. I don't know, dude.
Busters.
Yeah. Look, what is that healthy version down there? What is that? Super Sammy's? What is that?
Nurture,
I bet those are horrible.
Nurture Life.
58% less sugar in a wheat bread? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. But if you guys want to sponsor us,
But we'll do it.
we'll do it. I mean,
We'll do it.
I can.
All right,
I'll
let's
get
move
used
on
to
to
it.
Zen now. So this is the next choice I had. Some what do you call it when there's
What if Zen had an
what's
Uncrustable
the-
flavor?
what's the contraband? So we snuck some contraband into the hospital.
I definitely think you probably should have consulted with your doctor on that one.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
but I consulted with my wife,
Who's your doctor?
which runs my life, and you can see her in this video. She supports my habits here. Oh, you're zooming way in on that.
Goodness, what are you zooming in on his feet? Starship's got a feet fetish?
There she is, dude, popping that top. She didn't know how to do it. Sixes, in case anyone was wondering. Still doped out of my mind.
Did you have the Uncrustable first?
Huh?
Which one came first?
Uncrustable than this.
Oh, so
I didn't have a Zen until, so that Uncrustable happened at like 10 something. So probably 30 minutes after the surgery. And then I didn't have that until probably 2.
How nervous
2
were you
p.m.
before surgery?
I didn't feel like one. Oh, before?
Yeah.
But man, I was
It's
at
the worst feeling.
I was kind of at peace because I just felt the power of all the prayer, of everybody praying for me. Erica right there beside me. Steven came out, was there. He not only like came out first thing in the morning, like he was there. He went and got some food for Erica, and then he came back. So he was there as soon as I got back from the surgery into the recovery room or whatever. But he said a prayer for me and Erica before we left. And you know what, man? I forgot to mention this, but I've never seen this, and I've only gotten 2 surgeries, but the surgeon, like, I said, hey, because he walked in the room before the surgery, and he's like, hey, name, date of birth, okay, this is what we're doing, blah, blah, blah. And then he just like pauses. And because I said, all right, that's my wife and my pastor, because it's easier because if you're not like family, it's kind of hard to get in there. So, and Stephen had his Bible next to him, but the surgeon pauses for a second awkwardly. And he's like, hey, do you mind if I say a prayer for you, for us?
The surgeon?
Yeah. Put his hands on me,
man,
and said a prayer for God to guide his hands to give me the relief that I need from this procedure. And I was blown away.
Have you met with the surgeon before?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So he's the same guy I've been talking to about this whole procedure, but like literally before we went into the operating room, like the last time I see him, he actually, kneeled down and prayed over me and him. And I was blown away, man.
That's incredible.
He left the room and I was just like, all the anxiety I had was just was gone, man. So God just answered my prayers for, the uncertainty of it, the anesthesia, the intubation piece. Like I had to get, intubated. And I'm like, you're going to do what? Like shove this thing down my freaking throat and I had a lot of anxiety from that because when I had the fusion on my neck a few years back, they surgically induced pneumonia. So they aspirated, they failed attempt on the first one. And then they went in again and they like put water into my lungs. The anesthesiologist did. So 3 days later, I had to go back to the ER with like 102, like just coughing up blood.
Is that because they messed up or is that?
They messed up. Like they messed up with the anesthesia piece of it. Like trying to intubate me. So I had a lot of anxiety from being put under and then them messing something up. And then the whole control thing of like, oh crap, man. Like
you're not in control at all.
Yeah. It's a weird feeling, man. But I tell you what, the surgeon prayed over us and, man, I had so much peace after that. Like everywhere I went after that moment, like I was like, Roger that. I remember going all the way into the operating room and they're talking to me and they're like, oh, you should start to feel a little bit woozy or, lightheaded right now. And then I was like, okay, just go ahead. And they put the mask on me and it was just like, go to sleep, man. I had no more anxiety. So when I woke back up, I was just like, what just happened? But I definitely didn't feel nearly as anxious as I did the first surgery. And part of that is just God working and relieving a lot of the pain from all the stress and all the anxiety and knowing I'm in the right hands.
Yeah.
And safe. As risky as it can be with whatever procedure you have, I definitely felt the support of all the people that love me and the prayer. And so thank you all for that were praying for me and our family. Definitely felt all of that.
Yeah, it was, I was worried for you because I knew you were nervous.
Yeah.
So I got up at like 5:45, said a prayer, texted you. They wasn't sure if you'd went under, and I figured I wasn't. I know that
we just saw you the day before, right?
Yeah, and Eric had said something about
the day before the surgery. You were with me.
Yeah, we filming. Yeah. and she said something about you're getting surgery at 6. So that's why I went ahead and texted. I texted like 6:05 thinking you were already in surgery. And then I got a text from you that was like, thank you, brother. I was like,
no, I don't think I went back until like 9:30.
Aren't you supposed to be under the needle?
Not
under the knife?
Yeah. I don't think I went back until like 9:30. But man, I had to pay the bill. Bro, that's the first time I had to pay for a procedure. I mean, obviously it was just a copay, but it was still expensive, dude. I was like, what? I'm not gonna talk about numbers, but my whole point was being active duty is a little different than being retired, even with TRICARE Select.
Or even with VA health insurance, you don't have to pay a copay, but
that's you have to go through the VA.
I
have TRICARE Select, so
trying to get an appointment.
Yeah,
like when I tore my Achilles tendon, they were like,
so this was a
3 months later.
Post surgery, so I didn't have to do anything on post.
That's nice.
But I have to pay the copays and all that. But
what town did you get it? Was it Pinehurst? Yeah, there's great doctors in Pinehurst.
Well, that's who, like the doc that was doing the pain management stuff for me. He recommended this surgeon, and he's the one that actually did the surgery too. So
there's some great doctors.
I didn't have to shop around or look around. Like he's definitely, and I'm really glad he recommended him too.
Yeah, we were.
But I got to talk about something I got from the best gift I've been given in a long time, other than my life, my family, was a gift from my youngest daughter, Kennedy, out of nowhere. Like this is the 2 days after the surgery, maybe day 3, but she gives me, can you pull that photo up where she's like giving it to me? And I was like still kind of out of it. And I was like, it's Bluey and it says best dad ever. I love you. Like I just went straight up, I love you. Because it wasn't like, hey, here's your Father's Day gift. In my mind, I was like, that's like June something. But they were out at Target, and I found this out later, but Kyla, my oldest daughter, was like, hey, I actually bought it. And I was like, really? So like Kyla paid for it, but Kennedy wanted to get it. So it was funny because they were both kind of like, because she just saw how happy I was that she got it. But man,
after she saw
I love that. I love that little girl.
Like, well, I paid for it. Yeah, after she saw how happy you got.
Because it's a bit like a very emotional time frame this past week or so. I mean, not just with the surgery, but
take notes, Stacy.
But I had to rep that shirt. This is the first play that little video where I'm walking a dog.
It's like the first video of confirmation you were alive.
Yeah, this was a proof of life video for Blake and
Steven.
I'm gonna walk in the morning. Got my best dad ever shirt on. Got my back brace on, ready to go. Got the dogs. First day I felt like getting out, doing something.
No, what day was that on?
Probably day
like Sunday, right?
I think it was day 3.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah. So the surgery was Thursday, so Friday, Saturday, yeah, day 3.
Now, did you think you'd be walking like that after surgery? I know they said you.
Yeah. They said that I would be able to walk. So I got up out of that, that was the first time I got up out of the house.
Do you have your brace on now?
No. But that's what I was going to, even seeing myself, I couldn't walk around without that brace on. I just felt so vulnerable.
Yeah.
So I think I'm supposed to wear the brace up until June, anytime I'm sitting or standing, up until June. My post-op appointment. It's like,
did you have it on today?
No, but here's my thing is, if I felt like I needed to wear it, I would. I wore it every time I was moving up until like 2 days ago.
I will say that's a scary,
because I felt like I needed it. Like I needed that structure.
That's why when I had to get my boot off for my Achilles tendon,
like if I'm sitting in the car for a while, like I will absolutely wear it because I'll like jumping around. But if I'm walking around now for the past 2 days, like I feel good.
You just got to make sure you don't do anything like, because when I took my boot off, they were like, hey, like one movement, one.
Well, every time I tried to pick something up today, you were like, nope.
I was like, nah, dude. Yeah. Dude's trying to pick up steel. I'm like, no,
don't say that.
Steel.
That weighs as much as cardboard.
Yeah, it's that super new steel. We can't talk about it. Yeah.
No, on the range today.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I definitely feel more structurally sound now. So obviously I'm not doing, what I'm going to start doing this week though is the stairs. Like there's 2 sets of stairs in the house all the way to the 3rd floor. So just get some reps going up, down, up, down.
Man, you're going to feel so much better once you get this.
I'm going to come out of this like really. So that's actually a good point to bring up about, you know, since we started, you know, you've been on in the program a lot longer with Core Med Group.
Yeah.
Like with the hormone replacement and just the overall health side of balancing all the stuff through their protocols. But I've been with them for 2 months now, maybe. Like, starting the protocol, maybe a month and a half. But they tailored my protocol. They actually added something it's like a peptide, I think. But it's like 2 weeks before the surgery, 2 weeks after, then I'm going to take it out of the protocol. So I just feel like because we're under their care and they do such a good job of like the intimate kind of tailoring the care to you.
Yeah.
Core Medical Group. And like I'm going to come out of this surgery hitting the ground running and like getting into really good shape. And I was already starting to feel that. Remember like when we were the last training thing we did, like you were like, y'all were joking around about it. Like Kyle's got a little bit of that testosterone in him now.
Oh yeah. Houston. Yeah. You could tell a massive difference
I could too.
Just in like, cause there was even a couple times like, even like the evening time where we're like, all right, hey, we're going to go to the gym. And you're like, all right, yeah, I'm going to go. Which is not something that you've done in the past, right?
Yeah.
Because you're tired, your body's hurting, especially with your back after courses. So you could definitely see.
I was like struggling to finish the course.
Yeah.
Let alone because of my back.
And I mean, obviously
since Birmingham.
Yeah.
So like October, September last year.
But you were like, it was like a 180 for you and like how you felt, which was cool to see that because I just experienced it and myself. And it was like, wow, like you could, because you've said you noticed, and my wife's obviously was like, our home life noticed it. And I'm like, well,
you're like positivity.
I'm like, I feel better, but I didn't know it was like that. And then to see you go through the same process, I was like, oh wow, it is a noticeably big difference, especially like, you know, this job and PTSD and stuff like that takes such a toll on your hormones and just decreasing your testosterone levels
and blast injuries
and traumatic brain injuries and all that. And then, you know, especially like in the LE world, you know, we're wearing all these every day. You have a belt on with guns and vests. Like tons of people I know have back problems. Like, so, but man, when I did the BP 157, and that's going to be a part of me daily. My knees, I used to have really bad like knee problems where like it was hard for me to do leg workouts in the gym that kept up with the size of my upper body because I didn't want to have chicken legs. But man, I can't squat. Like 135 going down would crush. It felt like the inside of my knees. This one, not so bad.
Bone on bone kind of.
But this one, I didn't know this. This one I actually tore my meniscus a couple years ago and it healed on its own. It was a partial tear and it healed on its own. That's why I was having pain in the wintertime. Yeah. And I found this out a year after I initially did it. And they're like, oh, there's no point in doing anything for it. But man, that BP 157 has literally taken away like so much of my aches. And I think that's going to help you a lot too with this post surgery, being able to, you know, stay ahead of where you want to be.
Yeah.
And it gives you the confidence too, right? Like, I'm going to heal faster. I'm going to heal better. And I'm going to come back because I'm taking these things that I took it before. I know they worked because my attitude was a little bit better. My energy level was a little bit better. My drive was a little bit better. And then, so you know it works. So it automatically like motivates you post-surgery to know that this is all.
Well, it's a reminder. I'm glad we got it in pre-op because it's a reminder that it does work, but I have to be disciplined with the protocols. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot to it. Like if you're unfamiliar with what we're talking about, get your blood work done, check that link out in the description for Core Medical Group. It starts with getting your blood work done.
Yeah.
So get that done and see if there's any imbalances or if you're deficient in any areas. And some of it's not always just testosterone replacement. Some of it might just be
vitamin B, vitamin D,
or
low vitamin D is I did a lot of research on this. Low vitamin D is a sign of post-traumatic stress disorder, and it is a massive part of your health. I never realized how big it is for your health, but vitamin D is a massive thing that we need to keep at a normal level, because low vitamin D contributes to anxiety, depression, thoughts of suicide. It's not just low testosterone makes you feel this way. Low vitamin D also makes you feel this way. And if you're not getting your blood checked, like me now, after a couple months ago, get my blood checked, and they were like, you're about 50,000 miles past an oil change there, bud.
Yeah.
I was like, whew, let's change this out.
Donating blood too.
Yeah, donating blood. So, man, the older you get, guys, like in my 20s, sure, I could do whatever I wanted and it was fine. But now that I'm getting older, and this job, Kyle's been doing it longer than me, man, it takes a wear not only just on your mental health, but your physical health.
And
Gotta start.
And then like we get so wrapped up in stigmas of like, oh, I got post-traumatic stress, or oh, I got TBIs, or I got, this or that, anxiety, depression. Who cares, man? We all got it. Some of us just haven't come to terms with, the level of impact that's having on our lives, especially in these professions. Now, the other part of this too is, that's why I say start getting your blood work done, because it could be the chicken or the egg. You could be like, oh, well, is it this? Is it that? All of these diagnoses or these issues have this overlapping kind of a Venn diagram where the signs and symptoms overlap in so many areas. So if you start to work on one aspect, so if you only do your labs and only get some balancing done from all your lab work deficiencies, but then you're still stressed out of your mind and you're not using talk therapy, or you're not doing the whole mind, body, and spirit, health kind of focus, the physical fitness, the diet, all the things, like it's just going to keep coming back in another way. And my whole point is that it takes looking at a support network, but the mind, the body, and the spirit, because they all interconnect.
Yeah. And it's not just for men either. Like, they help women too. So if you're a female in this profession, in LE or military or first responder,
or a spouse, man, that's what they're helping our spouses out right now.
Yeah. So it's been crucial, because like even Nicole, they found something kind of serious in her based off her blood work. Mm-hmm. So we're working through that.
Same with Erica.
Yeah.
So the lab, the blood work showed some sort of like heightened this or that. So now that's taking Erica down a route to get that checked out.
Yeah.
And, and part of that was just because Core Med opened up like that as a possibility. Like, hey, can our spouses also, because with Sid, we talked about that. Like, so often the guys that get the treatments that they need, whether for TBI, post-traumatic stress, like substance abuse, they're healing, but then at home, their wives or their spouses, they're not.
Yeah.
So now you have someone that's feeling a lot better, someone that's not. They're kind of stuck in this space. That's when you have to heal together.
Yeah.
Through this. Because obviously your own treatment plans and stuff, but they've allowed our wives to be a part of this. And I think that's wonderful, because they deserve it.
Yeah. Because
they've had to put up with us for so long and still do.
Because they're caring for us. Right. And then you were at Arlo, and we might have brought them down from being okay to now we're constantly,
I absolutely did.
Yeah. Same with Nicole.
Yeah.
Like, we're overflowing into them, right? They're taking some of that reference that you use, right?
Yeah.
We're dumping our water into their glass, and their glass is overflowing. Then it's not right for us to get help and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm fixed now. And then they are still like so watered down that they're down here and now we're up here. Like we got to bring them up too. We have to take care of them because, man, they've been like, I mean, same with Nicole. Like I put her through the ringer too. Like just constant partying and you know, mood swings and aggressiveness, and it's just, you know, I'm glad that they're taking care of both of them, because it's not fair in the marriage for the guy to get healed back up and then feel great and then go to the gym and work out and then, you know, because that is 100% going to cause some sort of like conflict and resentment. Like, hold on now, I've been taking care of you. Because I'm not going to be like, well, you just need to go get help. You know, I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, I'll take care of you too. Like, it's just.
Well, this is one of the first times through my career where, having gone through all kinds of different treatment modalities, and, you know, there's been once or twice where they've like, well, what about your wife? You know, where's she at with this? Like, let's bring her in to this or to that. And to be retired and kind of out on my own now, like, for us to have that conversation with Sid at Core Med, and for him to include Erica in that conversation, man. So thank you so much for that. Like,
well, they care
because it's so important.
It's like, I don't know anybody else that I could just call at 7:00 at night and be like, hey man, what about this? Or what about that? And, you know, Colton, Mike, Sid, anybody that I've had a talk with there is just like,
yeah,
hey man, call me anytime if you need any help. And it's like, dude, I've never had any kind of medical provider except for our friend Julia, who, you know, she went back to the ER. But I mean, I've just never had anybody that was
from
just,
a provider perspective.
Yeah, from a provider perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I'm thank you guys for bringing us back to life. And
yeah, and just we look forward to continue to grow this relationship with Core Med. And so, like I said before, check them out if you're unfamiliar with them, at the link in the description of this episode. But just be on the lookout too with more in that collaboration that we're going to do with them.
Yeah, and you know, to come off of that, did the Murph for the first time in a long time on Memorial Day, and we did a little different because I did it with me and Pete Reno. Yeah,
Marino,
love that dude, man. He's such a good dude.
How's he doing?
Good, yeah. He went back on a team.
Did he?
He's got like 2 more years left, but they're deploying somewhere in December, so he's got some time off. And
well, when he gets out, I'll hire him in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
he's a good dude.
I love Pete, man. He's so solid. But he actually called me up Sunday night and was like, "Hey man, I'm going down to the beach, do the Murph." And I've already had a couple of people ask me to do it, not my gym. And I was like, "Nah, man." I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "Come on." I was like, "All right, I'll do it." Like, I got no excuses. Let's go do it. And then we ended up getting my good buddy Mason Barnes, who has never done the Murph. He's not in the tactical world at all. He's a professional surfer. He's sponsored by Red Bull and Breitling, been in a bunch of Miley Cyrus music videos. And he was like, "Yeah, can I put a vest on?" And we're like, "Yeah, dude." So he put a vest on. He absolutely crushed it. Our friend Neil's older. He's in his late 40s. He came out there and was knocking it out. And we did it a little different. I think my time, I got it written down here. My time was 48 minutes, but we did 1.5 miles instead of a mile. That was because where we initially parked to get to the park ended up being a little bit longer, 1/2 mile longer than what we calculated it. So
we went ahead. Running on the beach?
No. So we did it at the park on the beach. Mm-hmm. Then we ended on the last run.
So you weren't running in the sand?
No. I would have died. So this is, I was real hyped up here. I had literally chugged a Celsius just before this.
At Celsius.
If you're wondering what flavor, it would be
so hood, dude.
Peach mango green tea. But I saw this video and had a little fun with it. Go ahead. Ashton Hall, I don't see you out here doing a Murph, honoring soldiers. You're just racing fat people for lights. You ain't about that life, Ashton Hall. Weak. You know, I was really hoping that he was going to. There's Mason doing push-ups, and there's Neil right there getting after it.
Love it.
But man, I was really hoping to see him. You know, he's this fitness guy, right? And I was really hoping to see him do that, but no. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna make a video.
A guy that does a workout like all the time, or shows that he's working out and his routines, but they can't
rubbing
take the time
bananas
to do,
all over his face and stuff.
Can't take time to do the Murph on Memorial Day.
Yeah, like I was really disappointed on that. I did that as a joke, not as a joke, but I had my wife check and he wasn't doing it. So I was like, no, man, I'm gonna call this dude out. Like, I'm tired of seeing this dude.
Yeah.
This dude. But no, the last, so that was
talking about where he's racing DJ Khaled. Can you pull that up?
Yeah, do you have that?
We got to pull that up. Like, that's hilarious.
So
and then some of the comments, people are like, look, you and Kyle got a chance, dude. I'm like, I will burn DJ Khaled.
Oh yeah, we'll crush
I'll
that dude.
dust him. I'll dust you, dude. I did before I even got surgery.
Dude, listen, we're gonna line that up. You're not gonna dust me.
I already did.
No, you didn't. Not in a straight 40-yard dash.
We played on the last episode.
I would 100% crush you in a 40-yard dash.
Whatever, dude. Are you serious?
Mm. I'm really fast, I promise. I've never ran full speed because I'm just terrified of tearing my Achilles tendon. I will tear my Achilles tendon racing.
There it is, dude. Me and you. Oh, I'll just knock you out of the way like he did. Let's go, DJ Khaled.
You can't even be mad. Look at the confidence of that guy. I mean, when you're that rich, like.
And another one.
And another one.
You like walking?
Good job, Ashton Hall. That's great. Suck.
Oh, look.
Look at there.
It's your favorite Special Forces sniper ranger.
I heard he beat Ashton Hall backwards with his legs tied.
I haven't heard much out of him lately.
Throwing 50 grenades, right? No?
Yeah.
I guess.
Huh.
But
thank you for that, Starship.
Man, I was smoked during this Murph, man. Like when I finished that.
It's a grind, dude.
When I didn't realize, like, I was actually sore for 3 days.
How much was your vest weigh?
It's just my standard vest. So I think it was like 9.3 pounds, so nothing crazy.
Your vest only weighed 9 pounds?
Yeah. Got those plates in it, dude. Plates are light. They're 2 pounds.
I think it's supposed to be whatever.
Well, it's supposed to be a 14, 15 pound vest, but
can you just look that up real quick?
It is.
There's a male and a female.
It's supposed to be 14 pounds.
That was 25 and 15.
14 pounds. Oh, whatever, dude.
14 for women and 20 for men.
Great. I was the only person on. We were the only people on the beach.
All the credit he just got, he just went straight. Your vest only weighs 10 pounds?
Yeah.
Really? Let's put some more weight in there, bud. Maybe next year.
Oh, Humpty Dumpty over here was. Yeah. Why didn't you do it?
Because I was 2 days post-op.
No, dude. You were 1, 2, 3 days post-op. I don't want to hear it. You could have done it. You could have done it. But no, we ended.
I paid my dues, man.
I left my soul out there. Put a 20-pound vest
Literally
on.
carried my teammates on my back to save them. So I don't want to hear it.
That's great. You didn't do the Murph.
All right, next year we will.
No, but
we'll line it up.
It was cool. Yes, I didn't have a 20-pound vest on, but I did it.
Dang, dude. We can edit that out.
No, it's okay. But when I got done, dude, I actually threw up, bro.
Did you?
Like before I started the mile run, I was smoked. Like, cause I was trying to like not take any breaks in between. I was just trying to like get it over with. Cause what I did is I got my 20 rocks, had them in a pile. And every time a round was over, I put it over. And then I was like, oh my gosh, come on, just keep going. Just keep going.
Did you do 5 or you did like 20 rounds of 5?
15 air squats, 10 push-ups, 5 pull-ups, 20 rounds.
Okay.
And but we finished. It was cool because Pete's like, all right, cool. Let's do the second mile, which ended up being a mile and a half, but we took it all the way straight to the ocean. Nicole went and jumped in the war wagon, drove down and parked in Jimmy's parking lot, and we ran all the way down to the war wagon, took our stuff off, and went straight to the ocean.
Oh yeah.
That felt so good. It's the first time I've been in the ocean this year.
I bet, man.
I
got a little bit of envy of that, man. You live so close to the water.
Oh, it's so like therapeutic.
Like when you post little videos where you're going up, like, I'm like, dang it.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
Maybe.
The water's been clear too.
We got Siegel just chilling.
Yeah, so that's Mason there.
Look at you frolicking.
And then, oh, dude, I was Sending it right there.
Is that little Moreno on the right there?
Yeah, old Pete right there.
Yeah.
Pete lives in the water. Play it. Looks like a child, dude.
Just straight into the ground.
Yeah, it wasn't deep, dude. My nose hit the bottom. I was
Do some man dancing.
felt good. About to pee right there. Yep, I'm peeing right now. Right as sorry, Mason.
Oh, that's awesome, man. We'll do it together.
It was cool because I didn't want to do it. I could have. I thought of many excuses the night before to not do it, but I was like, man, like all those people since the Revolutionary War that have died, like, and can't donate an hour of my time to give them some sort of honor. I mean, obviously you couldn't have done it because you were post surgery, but next year we'll definitely do it. And just it was good. It was a good like reminder of because
we'll get everybody together and do
my
it.
biceps. I'm not even playing. For 2 days post surgery, hurt so bad from those pull ups.
Post surgery.
Post Murph.
Oh,
Hurt so bad. I'm glad you brought that up. Talking about the ocean. So we
got to get our pirate fact of the day in.
Yeah, real quick. But I'm like super proud because I have been taking pictures with my iPhone, and I'm like, man, I forgot how happy that it makes me to do like landscape photography. I'm gonna try to save up and buy the new Sony AR5 or something. I think it's supposed to be like incredible for pictures. Because man, I love walking around and just seeing something.
What's in that box right there? FX4? FX what?
Post that picture. Can you post that picture up there that I sent?
X30? Oh.
Dude, I love landscape photography, man.
Yeah, you got an eye for it for sure.
Like
some of the stuff you've done since I've known you, just
because what I want to do is, and I talked about it before, and we never did it. What I want to do is I want to decorate our house in pictures that I take.
Yeah.
Like if I would have had a better camera for that, I could. You could still probably, but by the time you try to print it off and frame it into a larger size, it's not going to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to have that same kind of clarity. But man, I'm definitely going to get back into it because just like driving here, I was like seeing things. I saw like an old 60-some Chevy broke down. It was orange with some rust on it on the side, and I was like, dude, that'd be a good photo. But
yeah,
when I took this last night, I was like, man, that brought me so much like.
That's where I said you got a good eye
peace. For it. I was like, man. Then because we took this walk celebrating old Bonbon's birthday. So
yeah, I like how you posted a photo with you and Nicole. You were like,
oh yeah,
you look so awkward, but she just looks so happy, you know. But I love seeing that.
Oh, that was a good. Yeah, there's old sweet Bonbon.
Happy birthday, girl.
She swims a lot in the inlet, so she doesn't get a lot of waves. The waves were real funny. I had my phone in my fanny pack and I couldn't get the pictures out. The waves would come and she was trying to bite them, and I was like, "Don't do that, because then you have diarrhea everywhere."
Yeah, like
it's gonna be coming out the butt, and I'm like, "Dude, let's not do that." But yeah, man, she turned 4. It's been really good, like this reset that we've had here recently, like being able to
spend time with
her and get her dialed back in, and man, she's such a good dog, and it's like I'm gonna start crying here in a second.
I thought you were gonna bring her today. Post-birthday.
Well,
I should have asked you to do it. But
I was going to, but then I knew we were doing some range stuff this morning.
That way she could sit here in the podcast. And
yeah, she would on her birthday. But we got a little pup cup, put a little candle in it. But man, it's like she's hitting 4, and I'm like, man, these 4 years went by super quick. It's just it's a bad part about dogs, man. Like is eventually they have to go.
Yeah.
Eventually they go. But no, it was a fun day yesterday. I mean, you can tell by the sunset and everything, it was just it was a perfect little time to just go out on the beach.
Yeah, it's really blue.
Yeah. But pirate fact of the day.
Hold up.
Oh,
How much time we got? Then we'll close out with that. I got one more thing I want to say.
What's this?
Yeah, so let me I want to get this in. You know what? Never mind. I'll save it for the bonus episode.
Oh,
I'll save it for the bonus.
if you want to see what that is, I have no idea. But
no, I'm going to call Erica out on something. I'll save it for the next
one. Save it for the bonus, dude.
I'll save it for the next one.
All right, power fact of the day. I like this one. I read it the other day looking for a
Is this pirate fact or facts?
fact. I printed it off, put it through ChatGPT. Give me a clean, good version.
There's a B in it?
ChatGPT is what I said.
Is it a B shirt? No, it's a Z shirt.
Yeah, but
GPT.
So that way it only gives me
You guys heard it.
one fact. So I don't go on a, and I'm not going to go off topic. So the pirate fact of the day is based off
Letter of mark.
Walk the plank.
Yeah,
Are we going to do this?
we're doing it. You want your bell?
No. Walk the plank.
I can't turn around or else I would.
It never actually happened. The image of the barefoot, blindfolded edge of the creaking board, the sea hissing below is iconic, but here's the truth. Real pirates didn't have time for theatrics. They didn't need to make you walk the plank. They just threw you overboard. Most pirates were quick, brutal, and strategic. If you were lucky, you were ransomed. If you were unlucky, you were left on an island with a pistol and a bottle of rum. And if you were hated, you didn't get the plank, you got the splash. So where did this come from? So a lot of this stuff comes from a book that was written in 1881 called Treasure Island.
I read it.
A lot of fictional.
Well, it did.
Wait, fictional is not real, right?
Fictional is not real.
Yeah. So a lot of fictional things that we think about pirates came from this book a long time ago, and this was one.
Starship. Can you look that up? Google Treasure Island. Like who wrote it? Because I'm guaranteed I read this book.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
It's through all the
It's
schools.
iconic, yeah.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
It's I think it was 1881 is when it came out.
Robert Louis.
1883
Stevenson.
it came out. So Robert Louis loved pirates. He was fascinated by pirates. He led some of the earliest treasure hunting excursions, but he really did not do the community a favor by putting out, like, pirates didn't have parrots and things like that, because now they did collect them. They did go to all these
tropical
islands
birds and stuff
and have them as like pets, but they didn't wear them on their shoulders. I'm getting off topic, but Treasure Island made Walk the Plank famous. Also, we saw it in Peter Pan, and we saw it in a bunch of 1800s novels that made it legendary. There's one or two questionable reports of it happening in the 1700s, and that came from a book that was written in 1723 called The Life of Piracy, that was written by, they think, was a former pirate who went under the pencil name, an author's name of somebody else. They kind of talked about it, but there's no real evidence that it actually happened. But it's not a myth. It's not a method. It stayed in the culture because the plank is like a metaphor. It's the edge. It's the choice. It's the moment before the drop. That's why we still wear it. That's why we still post it. Not because it's true, but because it's real. It's a metaphor that we use. It's life or death. If you mess up, you walk the plank.
Yeah.
So it's pirate fact of the day. That was a good one because
that is a good one.
There's so many things about piracy. Treasure Island's a great book, but there's so many things about piracy that's not true. Again, I've said it time and time again. If you guys are into this kind of historical stuff, Rebecca Simon, has her doctorate in piracy. She lives out in California. She's got great books out there and just go to YouTube, type in Rebecca Simon, and tons of people interviewing her, and man, you can learn so much. But yeah, that's all I got.
And there's a history.com article to back it up. However, there's no proof that swashbucklers ever made their enemies and victims walk the plank. Instead, real pirates during the 17th and 18th century were fonder of equally unpleasant punishments such as flogging and marooning. Ooh,
So marooning is marooning is what I was talking about. Is if you were any type of trader or you stole from the treasure, the loot, or whatever, that's when they would give you a pistol with a single shot, put you on a deserted island, give you the bottle of rum, and ultimately you had to make the decision whether to survive or shoot yourself.
Second pirate fact of the day. That's good stuff. Good job.
Put a lot of work into this one.
That was good. Where do we go from here? I think that's a good point to wrap her up.
We're going to wrap it up. Pass the fact check.
He did pass the fact check.
Well, I've been fact checking myself now, knowing that it gets used around here like crazy. But,
all right, so I think that's a spot to wrap her up. Yeah, thanks for joining us on this episode. If you enjoy this episode, please click that like button. If you're not subscribed, please click that subscribe button and that little bell for notifications on when the next episodes come out. If you want to see more of this on our Patreon exclusive Black and Blue bonus episodes, join us on Blue Bearing's Patreon, where you can only see episodes that are only seen on Patreon of this show, where we dive a little deeper and a little bit more unhinged, but
little emotional topics.
Yeah, we go a little bit deeper, man. So, but once again, man, thank you for all the support thus far. I really look forward to continuing to grow this podcast together, and it couldn't be made possible without your support. But until the next one, let's all continue to podcast. Cue the outro.
Is that us?
I don't even remember what our outro sounds like, dude.
I got new ones. Snap your fingers.
Somebody help me up.
Humpity dunk.
I'm falling. I can't get up.